Hello everybody, welcome to this video in which I will show you a good process in sketching out and then developing a coffee table like this one. This exercise is actually quite interesting because I show you a lot about how to draft and block something out. We will use the construction lines and the dimensions a lot. Okay, with all that said, let's do it. So here we are. This is a very simple scene, inches, and I have set the unit system of the model to decimal and inches. So let's get started with some basic sketching. There's my drawing tool, and I will start from here, draw a line along the x-axis to the left by 8 inches. Escape. And then click and along the z-axis by 22 inches, and then move this over along the x-axis, and you saw I snapped the endpoint, click, and then it can go down, has to be blue, 1 inch, and escape. So the next thing what I want to do is draw something that looks like this. So this goes down, but why isn't this filled? Because look at this, it went to, somewhere. I want to draw these two lines being perfectly flush. So let me introduce you to the guidelines. We can go to the tape measurement tool. When I go to any edge and I click, I can drag out a guideline. Here we need to have one guideline at the height of 14 inches. And then this vertical one along the x-axis by 5 inches. Now there we see. So think about it like when you take a ruler or so and you move, a guideline. Now we have this point where these two guidelines intersect. Look at this. We can draw there. Zack. And it's filled. Perfect. Okay, before we continue, this is now a very good moment to introduce also the dimensions. Dimensions are here. I can click on this line, drag this up, 8, 22. Logically this is 8. We can also go from point to point or point to point and point to point. Let's see, there. Pretty nice. What's actually quite useful about these dimensions is they are a little bit interactive. So when I adjust the geometry, you see the dimensions update. I cannot click on the dimension and change the line. That would be great, but that doesn't work yet. Okay, so now we have geometry, we have guidelines, and we have dimensions. We have quite a lot here. It's getting way too complicated to select individual elements and not other stuff. So let me now introduce you to the craziness of SketchUp. Entity info. Entity info is basically when you select an object, it gives you information about it and also the tag. We'll go to the tag soon. Then we have outliner. The outliner, that's basically where all the groups, so group objects I created, will be listed. Triple click this, right click, make group there. I can also select the two guidelines, make them into a group. And then here, this group, I could call guides. And every time when this goes on and on, now we see this. But there's kind of like maybe a better way to do this. So explode. So the group is gone. And then we have what's called tags. Tags is, think about it like filters. So I will make one new tag. Guidelines. And I will make a new tag called dimensions. So now I will select this and this. how do we get this to there? Logically, we might think right click on here and no, it's not there. We have to go to entity info under tag, change this. In many aspects, SketchUp is very good. In some areas, it's kind of, well, SketchUp. So when I hide this filter, look, that stuff is gone. No? So now I can select all the dimensional readouts and then say, hey, all you go to dimension. Pretty cool, no? And these should be obviously in guidelines, so we can move things around all the time. Okay, and then we have here also the group, very nice. Let me go back to the tags because this is super important when I'm going to say no. You see here untagged and there's a pen. I can make the edit of different tags. Don't ever touch this one. Keep this on untagged. The geometry, so the mesh, has always to be created on untagged. That's the best way. And then we make our groups and they all remain in untagged, period. We can rather later via the outliner structure our design, interior, exterior, via groups. Okay, very good. When I turn all this off, okay, go to move, option key, we make a copy, bring this over to there, and then I will explode this one, right click, and I will now go to the front view and go to parallel projection. So I'm going to add some fillets there. Go to 2-point arc, click, find the tangent position there, click, very nice. Oh, this is nice and big, okay. And then here to there, double click, there to there, double click. Oh, fillet is, the amount of segments is too big for the size of the fillet. So this I would like to be 1/2 inch. Oh, way too big. 1/4 inch, okay. And then you here, 0.5. See, it doesn't work. Sometimes there are limits to how small SketchUp can make an arc, maybe 8 segments. 4 segments, oh, it doesn't even work. 0.5, 0.4, 0.2, 4. See, this can be sometimes slightly the frustrating part of SketchUp. So I did an undo, multiple steps. What I will do first is make this 4, so it's really very simple, and then I start making the smaller. There, see, now it works. That's kind of like the trick. 6 segments go. This is a really tiny rounding, so this is okay. Maybe we go back to 1 to make this look similar to this one, size-wise. Okay, very nice. So now we have a nice profile. Okay, we would like to revolve this. We need a circle. Again, upper arrow, left or right can switch the orientation. There we are. And then here, this I delete. I select the ring and then 64, so it's nice and smooth. And let's see, how does this look? And in case you don't have the follow me command, it is there. Very good. Yeah, that doesn't look too bad, but let's make a copy of all this first. Let's go to here and I make myself another copy because there's another design idea I would like to make. Okay, now it looks quite good. How does this look when we have a little depression in there? Here again, the guideline can come in very useful. So maybe how deep is this along the z-axis. So I press the arrow up key, 0.5. Okay, and then from here over 0.7 inches. I meant 7 inches. And then I can use this as a guide to sketch something new in it. It's up to us now. Do we want to add these to the guidelines tag or delete them? Yeah, so now we have this element. We can actually simply delete these 2 lines there. And then follow me. Ta-da! Oh, yeah, well, it doesn't look too bad. So triple click and make group. Triple click, make group. Oh, now we have like version 1 and version 2. And then you see here, they're all our individual groups. This one here explode because it should be just our sketch we can draw on, and the stuff we can clean up. Yeah, so now we have developed out of this very basic design a more refined version, made a prototype, and then even further refined it. And here the outliner, now you can start getting an idea of how this really sorts everything. And then the tag system, ideally now we can use for adding all this extra information, which sometimes we want to show and sometimes we want to hide. That's it.